Good morning, everybody. We are out on our early morning walk. The sun, it's over there, but it's not quite risen yet. And we're doing the same thing that we do every single morning, is come out on a moorland walk. And we've done this since we've had Odin being a little pup. And we kid off. We've got a few more joining us today, so we've got Odie and Zeb, my two. Got Benji over there, Lab Cross Weimaraner, and Big Bella there, the Mastiff mix. And yeah, we do this pretty much every single morning. We try and keep as much routine as we can. The dogs know they're pretty much well conditioned to my alarms and the routine that we have in the morning. We don't keep it, we keep it pretty regular, pretty strict, but we do change things up every now and then to allow them to be able to adapt to change. I see like people putting up posts for when the clocks change, and it's start feeding your dog like 5 minutes earlier to adapt towards the changing time. If your dog can't fucking cope with an hour's change in its dinner time, then that's pretty I don't know what to say, to be fair, but it's pretty fucking wild, considering that everybody knows that dogs are scavengers and they don't have a tea time. They can just eat when they bloody want. But yeah. Yeah, so routine, I wanted to go over what we did with both of our dogs. They're in the pond. Wanted to go over what we did with both. Fuck me. I fucking fell over. What we did with both of our dogs in terms of crate training and helping them both settle. And I know a lot of people don't like crate training or believe that it's not needed. We don't use crates as much anymore. The doors are always open on the space now, but crate training is a massive it's a massive thing for a dog. I don't understand why people don't want to do it. They say, no, you just lock them in a crate and it's cruel to them. Well, it is cruel if you just chuck them in a fucking crate and just lock the door and leave them to howl without properly conditioning it. But crate training is massive when it comes to helping with separation anxiety, behavioural issues, toilet training, all these sorts of things. Has made a massive difference in the way that we do things. So we didn't just chuck Odie in. No, conditioning a crate properly to a dog allows them to understand a safe place. It's basically their own space, their room. We told the kids that when the dogs are in their crates, kids don't go anywhere near. If the dogs want some quiet time, and it's where we train them to learn to settle. And teaching them to settle and enjoy their own space will help with separation anxiety massively. And the amount of dogs that I work with at the moment that have separation anxiety, and I ask them about crate training, oh no, we've never done it, didn't see the point. Well, personally, I believe if you crate train a dog properly and condition them to believe it is a safe place for them, then a lot of these behaviours can be dealt with a lot easier. And I know people saying, oh well, my dog fretted and it cut itself and it bit its tail and stuff like that. That's because you hadn't conditioned the crate properly, and there's ways and ways not to do it. And I just sort of want to go over how we did it with Odin. And then, I mean, Zeb's been in crates, obviously he'd been travelled over here, so you were absolutely fine with a crate. Obviously Odin being from a puppy had never been in one, so I just want to share how we actually how we did it. You alright there, Belle? Bloody beast she is. That sun's about over now. Right, yeah, so crate training. So obviously we got us our first crate. Oi! Pack it in! So obviously we got Odie, we got our first crate, and obviously Luckily, my job, I could take him with me, but obviously as a puppy, I couldn't take him on the hour walks. So we had to condition him to being able to be safe on his own. So what we did, got him a crate, and he had a few treats and a few toys that he loved. So we sat there with the crate door open, just a few treats in, and he'd go in and have a sniff around, instantly setting up that enclosed space as a safe place. I hope he's standing up. Bloody Mexican standoff. No beds. Yeah, so obviously we were instantly creating this space that when he goes into this little crate thing that he's never been in before, he gets something good out of it. Again, ideal, bit of conditioning. Just kept doing that throughout the day as we were going through a few treats in there. And he started playing with the toys that we had. Again, threw a few toys in there, let him get them out, played games. Then we did a bit of training once we were comfortable going in there. Now this is all within the first day. Once he's in there, we'd lure him in with a treat, sort of lure the treat up just so that he would sit, because obviously he didn't know what a sit meant. Just ask him for a sit, and then sort of just like close the door, move the door a little bit, give him a treat, move the door a little bit, give him a treat. Eventually we had him in there, close the door fully, give him a treat through the bars. Treat through the bars, open it up, let him out. Again, open the door, let him out, put him back in, treat through the bars, close the bar for a little bit longer, treat through the bars, and then he were happy in there for a little bit, so I'd just stand up. So now he's getting used to me moving away. And then shortly after that, we started progressing it, we let him out, and then we obviously left it at that for that time. But again, we've set up this environment for him, this crate, which is a place where he's going to go and get good things. So we put his bed in there, we played with him for a little bit, and then once he got tired, well, tired enough anyway, that he wanted to sleep, we kept putting him in the crate with his bed in there, just so he kept sitting down in there, laying down. And eventually he learned that when we were trying to get him to go to sleep and calm down, he was actually going into his crate to do that. So then we were conditioning the response of him feeling tired and wanting to settle, going into his crate. So sometimes we had to physically put him in there just for him to lay down on his bed, and eventually he did. So when he fell asleep and he was in the crate, I would close the door and we'd sit in the same room. So when he opened, he'd see us, but the crate door was closed. He didn't see us close it, obviously, because we were out of it. But yeah, the crate door was closed. So he woke up, and then if he squealed or howled, we didn't acknowledge it. Didn't acknowledge it at all. And as soon as he stopped, I got up and opened that door. Now that's telling him that if he wants to get out of the crate, we do things in a calm manner. And again, this is going to lead over to teaching him a behaviour in his head that when we do stuff, we want to do it calmly. We can't be howling and whining and stuff like that all the time. So, and a lot of people think that's cruel, but that's the reality of the situation. You know, we have neighbours and stuff like that. We didn't want the dog howling all the time. So that is how we coped with that. And he did really well with it. So we got him back out, and then we popped him back in. Again, played with him again. When he got tired, put him back in his crate. So we got used to the idea of when he was settling down, going in his crate, which was massive, because eventually he would take himself off to his crate, which is ideal. Oh. Which is ideal. Absolute no beds. Yeah, we were just setting up that environment of good things. So then eventually when he did this and he fell asleep the second time, I would then put him in his crate, and we actually changed rooms so that when he woke up, he was in a a different room. And again, when he cried and howled, he only did it for a couple of minutes and he went quiet. As soon as he went quiet, I made myself appear. I opened that crate door, let him out. Now that is the best way, in my opinion, to go about it, is to do as much as you can during the day. Now, nighttime is a different story. It's dark, completely different. So I want to go over our bedtime routine. And I know that sounds silly. We had a bedtime routine and we've still got it now to a degree. It's not as full on as it was before. But so bedtime routine. I say bedtime biscuit. Put him in his crate. Gets his biscuit. We did the same with Zeb when she arrived as well. Obviously she was a little bit older at this point. So yeah, put him in his crate. Put my phone or a speaker of some sort on top of his crate and I played classical music. And I sat down next to his crate, played this music, and eventually he'd sit there and he'd just drift off. Obviously we've done wheeze and poos and stuff like this, and this was roughly around 10:30 at night, maybe pushing 11, right? And then we left. Now it howled a little bit, I must admit, first couple of nights, completely new place, dark, but we've already sort of established a positive environment with the crate. So we left him to it, and eventually he went quiet. Now, the trick is, I actually got up at 2:30. It's the first night. 2:30, went down and got him. I only appeared if it was quiet though, allowing him to understand that we still don't howl if I'm not there. Went and opened the crate, took him out, little toilet break, put him back in. Same thing the next night, bedtime biscuit, music on, sat next to his crate, fell asleep, left this time at around 11, appeared at 3, then 3:30, then 4. By the end of the week, he was going pretty much from 11 o'clock till 5 o'clock. I get up at 5 anyway, 5:30ish, so he's never on his own. So we increased it to that time over the course, oh bloody hell, over the course of the few weeks. Over the course of the few weeks, and then by the end of it, he was crate trained for the entire night over like the course of a week. Did tell the neighbour, said, you know, we've got a new puppy, could be some barking, so we howling, so I bought him some chocolates. I said, sorry, I'll try and get it under control as quick as possible. And that's one way of doing it, having that bedtime routine, and that still stands. We don't do the music and I don't sit there anymore. Now it's like bedtime at 10, and I'll just say bedtime biscuit, they go sit in the beds, they get the biscuit, and I fucking disappear. So we've got that pretty much under control. We can leave during the day. Fireworks are on, they go sit under there, stuff like that. We've tried our best to condition them to fireworks, and they're actually not bad with it at all, to be honest. They don't fret too much. They just sleep through most of it now, to be honest. So yeah, that's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is having the crate in your room and then moving that crate further away, so it's next to your bed so we can see you. Again, only letting him out if they're quiet and calm. Moving it to the foot of the bed and then the landing, then moving it further away downstairs. Or some people will start leaving the crate where it is. So for us it was in the kitchen, and then they move away every night, so the dog gets used to it that way. Multiple ways of doing it. Either way, crate training is huge. Separation anxiety, doing it properly is the absolute key. Making it a positive environment and having that routine has helped massively, because they understand what's going on. The point of like separation anxiety is it's like they're getting anxious about the act, like they're not knowing, are they coming back if they left me forever? They don't bloody know. They don't understand what nipping to the shop means. But people will say it's cruel, but if you have a baby, where do you put them when you need to go and do something? If you need 5 minutes to go and have a shower or something like that, or just open the door, pick up some parcels, you know what I mean? you put them in a cot so they're safe and they can't do any harm to themselves. Exactly the same with dogs. It's not cruel at all. The thing is, though, dogs do explore with their mouths and they'll just chew through wires. Babies won't do that. They'll stick the finger in a plug socket, in there. But they explore with their mouths. They explore with their mouths. So, best we can do to keep them safe, in my opinion, is crate training, and it massively helps with a lot of behavioural issues. But so yeah, that's my take on this. Is our morning walk now. The sun is up beyond somewhere. These set of goobers have had a pretty good run. Morning walk every single morning up in the moors. So yeah, if you've got any questions or on how we did things, if you wanted a little bit more information, I can go a little bit more in depth than what I have done today. Just let me know in the comments. Yeah, and subscribe. Let me know what kind of content, information you want to see. If you let me know, I can put that out there. So yeah, that's it for this one. We'll crack on with the rest of our day. See you in a bit, guys.